Hey guys, I'm James, and I decided if I'm going to be putting up role-playing games with me and my friends on YouTube, I should probably explain the systems we use. That way, when we're rolling on Roll20, you guys can follow along with what makes a good roll versus what makes a bad roll. For this video, we're going to go over the basics of the one roll engine, as you can see. Now, the One Roll Engine is a system that's used in games like Wild Talents, which is a superhero game, Monsters and Other Childish Things, which is a kids with monsters game, best way to describe that, and Dirty World, which is a film noir game. There's other games as well. Those are the first three that popped into my head, though. Now, the reason why it's called the One Roll Engine is because the way it works is you do one roll, and that's going to determine pretty much everything. That's going to determine, let's say in a combat, initiative, if you hit, how hard you hit, where you hit, and how well your action was. And the way it does this is with using pools of d10s. So what determines the pools, the d10 pool, is going by a stat plus a skill. So let's say you want to climb a cliff or something. You would go off your body stat plus your climbing skill, and a stat and skill is ranged from 1 to 5 in humans anyway. And so let's say you had a body of 3 and a climbing of 3, you will roll 6 d10s, which I'll do right now. Roll 6 d10s. Screw that up. And a quick tip for anyone who wants to run the One Roll Engine game in Roll20, if you add an S to the end of your formula, that's going to group up the dice in ascending order. And the reason why that's important is we're looking for matches in the roll. So here I got 3 4s. I rolled 4 3 times, and that's the only match I have. So that's actually a pretty, that's a decent roll. So the way this is would be shown up in the book would be something like that, where 3 is your width and 4 is your height. Width determines how fast you do something, and in combat it determines damage. And the height, the 4, determines... Oh, that's nice. I forgot I had Steam open. Determines how well you did something, and in combat it determines where you hit someone to do damage. So to explain how combat works a bit more in depth, I'm just gonna have this little small scenario here with 2 people, person A and person B, robot B, and a mugger by the name of person Knife is gonna try to attack them. So the way combat works is you go off of everyone's sense stat. So we're gonna say person A has a sense of 2, person B has a sense of 5, and person Knife has a sense of 4. Now what that means is, and the way that works is, if the lower your sense is, you declare first. The higher your sense, you declare last what you're going to do. So we're going to say person A is going to run away. And I put in that he only has 3 dice to run for run away. Not a very athletic person, but probably also not very good at fighting. So trying his best. Oh, that's very good. He actually rolled 2 9s. Person Knife is going to try to attack person A with his knife skill, which I believe I gave him 5 dice. Yeah. and person B is going to shoot person knife with his gun to protect his friend. And he's actually pretty skilled with a gun and rolls 8 dice. So now you look at each of the rolls. So the runner got 2 9s, which is actually not too bad. Knife guy got 2 8s, and the person with gun has 2 8s, 2 9s, and 2 10s. So now we have to just go through the dice and see who goes first. So first of all, if you roll multiple sets, you get to decide which set you want to use. So person with gun will probably go with the 2 10s. Person with the knife will go with their 2 8s, and the person running away 2 9s. And when with matches, you then go off of height of which one goes first. So technically, the 2 10s go first and shoots the guy with the knife. 2 10s would be in the head, doing well, we won't go into damage, but that guy's pretty much close to death and unconscious. The guy with the knife will lose his set after being hit, and being unconscious, he can't do anything. So, and that doesn't even matter because person A is the fuck out of there before anything after the gunshot. And and the reason why I kind of like the system is I've kind of done this video a couple times because I kept fucking up and I don't want to edit because I'm a lazy bastard. And going through this scenario 2 or 3 times, it's rare that the guy running gets a set, because with 3 dice I think it's like a 30% chance you'll get a match. The guy with the gun almost always does well, but I've run a game where I rolled 8 dice and got no matches, which is a 2% chance of happening, and I'm still pissed off about that. And the guy with the knife sometimes does really well and sometimes does really poorly. And that's why I just like the system. I don't know. I know all role-playing games are going to have their ways of wrong guy of randomizing, these kind of things, but I don't know. I just like the elegance of this system and how everything works, and I think it's a good way of doing. It's very simple to explain the basics, and then there's still this huge crunchy side of all these rules for all these other things, like jumping out of a building, the car damage. I don't know. I think it's a good mix of both. Light's not the right word, but basic to crunchy kind of a system. And also a lot of the books, like the Wild Towns, Monsters of Shadows things, they're just so interesting. Just me personally, I don't know. But if you want to learn more about the system, there is a free PDF by the name of Nemesis, which is used to run horror games. I'll put a link in the description for that if you guys want to read more on the one roll engine without putting some money down. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this explained the one roll engine, and you guys can follow along with the videos we do. Bye. Follow along with the videos we do. Bye. Bye. I don't know why I looked somewhere. I looked down there and said there.